Let's talk about Jimmy Garoppolo and his knee brace. He was not wearing it yesterday.
Yeah.
Should be expected. It's practice. It's been 3 years since he tore that sucker. Mm-hmm. Also, 7-on-7. I mean, what are you protecting yourself from? So I asked him, are you done with that? Is that just are you going to bring it back for games? And he was like, I'm sorry to confuse you guys, but I'm going to be going back and forth with that. I was like, what? So once again, like, I always feel like that is it symbolizes how he feels about his durability at that moment. Is he wearing the brace? Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day.
Yeah. I think, by the way, fantastic question. That was my favorite question of the whole thing, because I made a point, it was about a week or two ago, where somebody asked me about Jimmy's confidence. And I said, I believe we're going to learn a lot about Jimmy's confidence by seeing if he wears that knee brace. If he's wearing that knee brace, I don't like where he's at mentally at all. I don't like the fact that he's about to compete for a starting job and mentally he's got to rely on this crutch. I don't like it. But if he's not wearing that knee brace, that tells me that he's confident, he's ready to roll. And I know that these two things on the surface don't really equate or line up, but to me, it actually tells me he's in a very good headspace as far as competing and going out and trying to win this job. And I don't have any issues with that.
Absolutely. I felt it was the best of Jimmy I've seen. Jimmy at his best. It was good Jimmy. Excellent Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Fantastic Jimmy yesterday. And but he said we're going to go back and forth in that. That's my issue with him, man. I feel like when he came to the Niners, you could say three things about him. He could extend plays a little bit. He wouldn't scramble, but he could move around and make plays with his feet and extend plays. He threw the ball well. Really threw the ball better than any quarterback I'd seen in a long time on the Niners. Quick release, accurate, strong enough arm. And he was tough. He would hang in the pocket and take the hits. Now he can't move. He doesn't want to take the hits. He's protecting his leg at all times. And he doesn't really throw the ball as well as he used to anymore. Now he's 9 to 8 years older than Trey Lance with a lot of experience on him and should look better than him at this point and does. Sure. And he's very happy about that. It must take a lot of the pressure off. But, man, I think this knee brace thing is kind of indicative of why I'm not optimistic that he's going to fulfill all the promise he showed 4 years ago.
I want to see what happens to that demeanor when Trey comes into a preseason game and he has a beautiful play where he moves away from pressure and throws a dime downfield. Let's see what happens to that confidence then, because that's what I really am curious about, because that's when the questions are really going to open up, and we'll see how confident he is.
Yeah. I just didn't expect him to say, I'm going to go back and forth with that. I thought he was going to say, yeah, I don't even think about that anymore. And then
because that's what he said about the ankle, by the way. Yeah. Oh, that's not even a thing. I'm not even worried about that. But when you asked him about the knee, that's a 3-year-old injury. Well, it's a day by day. We'll go back and forth. And
I should have followed up, and you can on Zoom, but does that mean it hurts some days? Does that mean if you're facing Aaron Donald that you're nervous? It depends on the matchup. But what does it depend on, Jimmy?
Well, I would keep that one in the holster and bring it back up to him at some point.
I noticed you wore it today, but not last week. What was the difference? Why? Good call.
Yeah. Yep.
Honestly, real quick, I want to say, so this was my question for him. It was a really good question. You liked it. It was not your average sports kid's question. On Cohn phone, I was like,
13 years old.
Yeah, I was like, hey, guys, what should I be looking for at practice? He's like, look for that knee brace. 13-year-old kid in South Carolina said, look for that knee brace. That says a lot about him. And boom, I saw it. He wasn't wearing it. I asked him. It led to that really interesting question. So what I'm trying to say is not your average sports kid from South Carolina directed the coverage of 49ers media this week. Did a great job. You're a natural, man. And he's in here right now.
He is.
Shout out.